This is YouTube. Like, guys, on one hand, SSSniperWolf did break various laws, showed up like a lunatic outside of somebody's house, doxing them to millions of followers that would probably cause Jack's film some harm. But on the other hand, he does make fun of her a little bit on YouTube. Like, let's just be fair. Like, come on, guys. Widowy, come on. Have you guys been keeping up on the SSSniperWolf shit? Dude, that is insane what is going on. She actually got punished though. Wait, you guys don't know what's happening? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, this girl right here, SSSniperWolf, this girl basically, she's just a TikTok reactor, but she gets like a fuck ton of views. She has 34 million subscribers. Every video's really lazy. Like, as you can see, she uses the same 3 pictures of her face and just reuses them every now and then. And then every video is just her watching TikToks, but they get crazy views. So Jax Films, if you don't know who that is, Jax Films is one of her one of her biggest critics. He called her out for like content theft. To get back at her for making lazy content, Jax Films has an entire channel dedicated to reacting to SSSniperWolf reacting to TikToks just to spite her. Like, it's really funny, and I guess it pissed her off finally. And SSSniperWolf, this crazy bitch, shows up outside of Jax Films' house, takes a picture of it, posts it on her Instagram story to all of her 5.5 something million followers. Post a picture of his house with the caption, "Come outside, let's talk like real adults." What? Who does that? Like, that's actual psychotic shit. That's scary. I don't care if like she's like, she could be short, right? She could be a 5'2", 5'1" girl. That's still threatening, because if a girl like her shows up to your house all ominously like that, I'm gonna assume she has like a gun or something, like a weapon or a weapon of some sort that she knows she would have like some leverage on me. YouTube has kind of stayed quiet about the whole situation. And YouTube today, finally, after like a week of no action being taken against her, she's temporarily being demonetized. I think that's it though. This is like her slap on the wrist, kinda. A couple videos aren't gonna make any money, but it doesn't matter because she's already fucking rich. She probably has 10 million, $15 million in her bank account. Can't see them banning her because she makes the platform a lot of money. Moist Critical, aka Penguin Zero, aka Charlie. Jesus Christ, so many, I never know what to call him. He already made a video covering the situation. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Oh, did she apologize? No. Wait, let's watch this together. Before we watch the video, I just want to make something very clear. She does not regret anything. It doesn't matter what she says in her tweet, because you know how this bitch behaved after the situation happened, after she was called out by the entire internet. So she took down the story doxing Jax Films, and her next story she posted, so basically she was saying like, oh wow, Jax Films is just one of those people that he talks all this shit, but as soon as I respond, now it's a problem. Wow, yeah, Jax Films is a fucking pussy. That's not how it works. It's like, just DM him. Even if you think that's not like a fair criticism to have, just DM the person. If you actually want to talk, just DM them. Showing up to their house IRL, that's just like, that's not even equal.
Issue a statement on what they're doing about the SSSniperWolf doxing situation, and we had SSSniperWolf herself, the life of the party, come forward and make an apology post. And what a wacky ride it's been. And in the wise, timeless words of Captain Barbosa, you best start believing in cringe stories. You're in one, because this is an absolute fucking headache. I know I don't really need to give you any kind of lore breakdown to bring you up to speed because of how huge this story's become, but it just doesn't feel right if I don't at least set the table with some silverware, just in case you're a little hungry, Charlie, and don't know what's going on.
Okay, I'm gonna let him explain, because maybe I missed some details of like the whole situation.
So, the briefest bullet points. Jax Films is a huge YouTuber. He called out another huge YouTuber named SSSniperWolf for her reaction content to TikToks, where she was basically just blatantly stealing it, not really transforming it, and he criticized her for it. He even made a whole channel dedicated to making fun of her and criticizing her for it further. So this led to this big stew of emotions and bad blood between the two of them. The stew bubbled over and started to spill when SSniperWolf decided to dox Jack's Films on her Instagram story where she showed up at his house and posted his house to her 5 million followers on Instagram, which obviously you can't do. That's a criminal act. SSniperWolf shows up at Jack's Films' door like the fucking hash-slinging slasher here, trick-or-treating when she wasn't invited.
The hash-slinging... Y'all remember that shit? That SpongeBob episode?
That she was just trying to talk it out like adults, even though this is not how adults handle any kind of situation. You can't just dox someone that you have beef with online. So the question then became, what is YouTube going to do about it? Because not only is this not allowed legally, it's not allowed on YouTube's terms, period. And historically, YouTube has been cutthroat with this kind of thing. They do not take doxing lightly. So it's been about a week, and YouTube has finally broken their silence on what they plan to do.
Yay.
And man, what a fucking stinker.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a slap on the wrist. She's temporarily demonetized.
Smelly in a porta potty. Take a peek at their tweet here. Today they spat this drivel out, confirming SSniperWolf has received a temporary monetization suspension per creator responsibility policies. Off-platform actions that put others' personal safety at risk harm our community, and the behavior on both sides isn't what we want on YouTube. Hoping everyone helps move this convo to a better place. They actually just unironically dropped a both sides in this situation.
This is YouTube. Like, guys, on one hand, SSniperWolf did break various laws, showed up like a lunatic outside of somebody's house, doxing them to millions of followers that would probably cause Jack's Film some harm. But on the other hand, he does make fun of her a little bit on YouTube. Like, let's just be fair. Like, come on, guys. Widowy, come on.
That is one of those things where you read it and it's like a flashbang hits you. Like, all your senses go out and you have to question if what you just read was real. I don't even know how they were able to reach deep enough in their ass to pull out a both sides statement for this one. Like, what did he do wrong? I don't know why they're trying to make it sound like he's also guilty in this, or maybe even...
He is guilty, Charlie. Guilty of bullying and hurting her fifis.
Like, what was his crime? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? This is democracy manifest. That's a classic Charles Doza line. I just had to slide in there. That just felt natural. But yeah, again, what did Jack's Films do wrong? He is completely blameless here. There's no reason why they should be trying to make it sound like Jack's Films...
They're taking the feminist stance. YouTube supports women's rights and their wrongs.
He has literally done nothing that warrants any level of blame or warrants this kind of response from SSniperWolf to fucking dox him and publicly dox him and show up to his house. This was YouTube's chance for a big W here to finally prove they don't play favorites even with their most lucrative cash cows. This is one of those actions where it should have resulted in a harsh punishment, and YouTube had the opportunity to showcase, listen, we're gonna put the rumors to bed once and for all. There's no favoritism on this platform. We all play by the same rules.
Honestly, wait. I'd be so pissed if I managed you. Dude, YouTube for the longest time has been accused of favoritism. Validly so. This was the opportunity to, like, change public opinion, because it's so easy. Like, this was such an easy case. Jack's Films criticizes, what's her name again? SSniperWolf, and she doxes him to millions of people. That's the easiest fucking W for YouTube, to just be like, yeah, that was wrong, we're cracking down on that. Boom. The whole public, yeah, YouTube, oh my, I'm gonna make an account right now. I'm gonna fucking buy YouTube Premium.
SSniperWolf is getting punished for doxing. We don't take it lightly. But they didn't. They were extremely slow and very clearly extremely reluctant to take even the lightest bit of action against her. A temporary monetization suspension isn't the harshest punishment in the world. It is still a punishment, yes, but it's still more of like a slap on the wrist. We don't know how
I'm gonna watch the true crime video after this. It could be like a
fucking 10-hour monetary suspension. Like, this is actually the scene in SpongeBob. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Shuts the door. Okay, you're free to go. And it's like just 2 seconds has elapsed. It's just not really what most people would have expected from this, because it's not really enough for most people, given the gravity of the situation here, where Jack's Films and his wife don't feel safe in their own home as a result of all of this. Now, SSniperWolf did also issue an apology post. She couldn't even be bothered to do an apology video. She put it on Twitter, which is by far
That's crazy. Bro, that's such a missed opportunity. Dude, I thought SSniperWolf was all about her bag, bro. Dude, SSniperWolf, like, She just tweeted an apology. With how greedy she is, like, I mean, she literally steals content for easy money. Bro, imagine an apology video. The Colleen Ballinger apology. That was her chance to one-up that shit. Maybe sing, maybe break dance, maybe she uses the apology to reveal her OnlyFans. I don't fucking know. But like, just something.
The timing of her apology statement is also very interesting because it comes almost immediately after YouTube's post. So this leads me to believe that SSniperWolf and YouTube had some kind of handshake agreement where it'll be like a light punishment as long as she makes an apology.
That's what I said before.
And she obliged. Let me start by saying I'm sorry for my most recent
shit, here it is. Wait, let me turn off captions because you don't need the captions.
Let me start by saying I'm sorry for my most recent actions. It is inexcusable. I'm sorry to Jax Films, YouTube, the entire creator community, and my incredible fans for not being a better example for appropriate conflict resolution. Jax Films, while we certainly don't see eye to eye and have our differences, I'm sorry for reacting the way I did when I should have taken the opportunity to show you.
Sorry, pause. What don't you see eye to eye with? You don't transform the fucking content. You sit there and you watch and you go, that was wild. That was a wild TikTok, guys. Next.
The way I did when I should have taken the opportunity to show young creators how adults and professionals resolve conflict by communicating directly, respectfully, and privately. Not for views or content, but a meaningful example of how conflict should be solved. I will reach out directly and hope we can find some time to connect and communicate respectfully. I'd also like to thank YouTube for holding me accountable. I deserve it. Respect the decision and appreciate the opportunity to learn and grow from a true lapse in judgment. I don't really have too many thoughts on her apology. Anytime I even hear the phrase...
I have some thoughts. No, I definitely have some thoughts. I know with every apology, there's always that sense of like, they don't actually give a fuck. Like they're just sorry that their revenue streams have been hurt and that they have to apologize to get back to normal and yada yada yada. SSniperWolf, just like the way she handled the whole controversy with like memeing about it.
Or read the phrase lapse in judgment, I just immediately think of the Logan Paul apology video. But there's really nothing she can say here. What she's done is absolutely indefensible. It's also very unlikely that she's being genuine here. Like, I don't think she feels remorse for it. She did immediately make light of it by saying, "We pull up to your house, what are you going to do?" on her Instagram story. When she says thanks to YouTube for holding her accountable, that seems really fake. YouTube isn't...
Thank you, YouTube, for keeping me accountable. No. Thank you, my agent/connection at YouTube, for writing this apology for me. I don't have a single remorseful bone in my body, so I would not have been able to do that. It was a really hard challenge trying to think of an apology. So the fact that you did it for me, just thank you, YouTube. Oh my God.